New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Looking into the raindrops and he muffs it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run the counter. It's Lane. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And, Charles, for this defense, you know, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize him.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Murray keeps it himself, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult holdover. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. But he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
That's going to be a good matchup for them. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to because...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dexter Lawrence gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Buddy Johnson there on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Murray off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Here's Murray. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play for the Giants on third down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of... yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Murray now. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, Minor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on first and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Four yards remain for second down. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And that'll be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Minor, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Trey Flowers picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt. But
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Taken at about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Minor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. On 3rd down, Minor. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitch...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jackson.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Jackson to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Murray.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Murray. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Minor, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. From the gun, Murray. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones, but at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.